This is Chris from Chris Benedetto Racing. So today we are going to be doing a flush of the brake system with a WKZ power bleeder I got off of Shop Gap. Descriptions and link below. I'm going to be putting Motul RBF 600, which is a higher temp brake fluid for the track. So we're going to need a couple things. 11 millimeter wrench and the power bleeder. We're also going to want to have it up on all fours, and we're going to start this process left front, and it's going to go right front, left rear, right rear. That's the sequence that it's supposed to be bled in. So again, that's left front, left rear, right rear. I know it used to be different in the Mark IV days, but now this is the process starting closest to the master cylinder. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to want to pull these caps from each of the bleeder valves. So that one, this one, and this one. All right. Okay, so we're going to want to come up here and we're going to take this off and we're going to fill this reservoir to the top. Okay, so it's up to the top. Then we're going to take this and we're going to put this on the cap. This is also a warning that brake fluid is an extreme detergent, so do not get it on your paint surfaces. You will regret it. Okay, so now we're going to fill the bleeder. We're going to take this cap off. This needs to be extremely tight. They actually include this nifty little wrench. Goes on here, and then yeah, we're going to take that off and then fill it up. Okay, so once we're full, got it all in there. This should only take 2. I have 1.5 of the half liters, so it should take a liter, but I went a little extra just in case I needed it. Okay, so put the cap back on, use this to crank it down. This is going to be under about 30 pounds of PSI, so yeah, it needs to be on tight. Okay, so I'm going to pump it up to about 25 just to make sure it stays. Give it about 2 minutes. Okay, so it's holding. We're going to release the pressure. And then we're going to go hook it up to the brake reservoir. So this end is sort of like a air hose end. You're just going to pull this back, and that's going to go on there. Lock it in place. And then we're going to pump it up to 30 PSI. We're going to let it sit for a minute, make sure there's nothing in the system that's bleeding out, and then we'll start bleeding. Okay, we're at 30 PSI. We're going to let it wait a minute. So it needs to be up so high because the ABS module isn't like the Mark 6s where you bleed it with VAGCOM. This one you actually need enough pressure to bleed it through the ABS module, so that's why it's so high. Okay, so I gave it about 5 minutes. We're looking good. Now we are going to start bleeding the brakes. So we're going to start on the driver's side front. Okay, so I have the this canister they give you actually works really nice. Has a chain on it. It's probably one of the lifesavers of it. So it's really easy to let it hang above the bleeder valve so it'll drain into it. So we're going to want to put this hose right on top to catch any fluid that comes out. Make sure it's on there. And then we're going to crack the bleeder. So you're gonna notice we're rolling, and you're gonna let that go until it gets clear, and then we'll hit all the rest of them. Just keep in mind you're gonna want to make sure you keep an eye on this and keep pumping it. Make sure it's full. Make sure you stay around 30 PSI. Okay, we're looking pretty clear now, so we're gonna close up the bleeder. we are on the passenger side front, and we're gonna crack this one as well. You can see how dark yellow it is, and then when we check it again, it'll be clear. When we come around the rear, it's going to be the same process. Get up and wait for it to turn clear. Shouldn't take that long in the rears. Okay, so everything's still good. We're at 30 psi. Everything's bled. What we're going to do now is release the pressure. Make sure we zero out. You do not want to pull that off with pressure still in it. It will be a mess. Alright, we're going to take this off now. Alright, so once you have the bleeder off, you're just going to bleed it out until you get to that line, the max line, or you get a little bit below it and then just fill up to that line, and then you're done. Alright, thanks for watching Chris Benedetto Racing, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching CB Racing. Click that bell down below and subscribe to our channel and give us a big